Well, hello and welcome to the Mini League Support Cup Round 2 around Austria. The teams we have today is the same as last week. It is TTG Esports Academy team, then you have Nexus Esports and SSR Esports team. So, Austria will be a fun track, 3 DRS zones. We're hard to get away from each other, especially with those DRS zones. And last week, I can't remember who won it. I remember Oli, TTG Oli being in the lead for a long time, but he did lose it to, I think it was an SSR driver. I don't know what to expect this week, except for hopefully good racing. Like last week, I was racing myself too for the TTG Academy team. This week, I will be doing the comms. And I just hope that my teammates can do good. And we should be getting on with quali then. I got to be honest, I have no idea what to expect from quali, except for I do expect TTG only to be high. Except for that, I don't really know. So it's a 25% race, which means that it will definitely be a one-stop from ultras to supers. And it's a one-shot quali, of course, so that's why we're waiting on somebody to have a look on. So we're gonna take a look on. Right now we see that it is TTG Oli who is in the lead, driving for the Red Bull team. SSR Phoenix, the first one to retire, so he's probably gotten an invalidated lap then. Right now we see that it's TTG, then SSR. After that, I believe that Tubson is a Nexus driver. Probably, I'm not sure. But it's still only in the lead, ahead of Tubson, then SSR, then SSR Racer. It's TTG Suarez now. Can they make it a TTG front row? Tubson is pushing, and over the finish line we have Ollie as he goes second, just half a tenth behind Tubson, and that would be an SSR driver, so I've gotten that confirmed now. So waiting for drivers to ready up. And the top 10 is Tebson, so it's SSR, then we have TTG Oli, SSR Oplu, TTG Suarez, SSR Racer, SSR Sparks, then TTG X Rapid, Nexus Jack Fox, TTG Sean, and Nexus Billy. So that's the top 10 for you. Outside of the top 10, you have Nexus Billy, SSR Cooper, Nexus Cats, TTG Alan K, Battle of Zelda, that would be Nexus, I believe. Then it was TTG Maze, JME Morris, and SSR Phoenix. JME Morris, I'm not sure which team he's racing for. And I don't think... I think that is Nexus. I think it is. Yeah, it should be. So 25% race. It's a good track, so I really hope we see some good racing here. This is the TTG Mini League support race, so you will, if you're waiting for the main event, that will be starting right after this event. As we're waiting for the drivers to ready up. And they have Enver on with the formation lap then. And Tebsen with a good quality lap, just ahead of Ollie. So right now we can see that the top 8 drivers are on Ultrasoft. TTG Sean down in 9th is the first driver on Supers. Then we have SSR Cooper on Supers in 11th, and TTG Alan K in 13th on Supers. Except for that, everyone else is on Ultras. And well, obviously, being a member of the TTG Academy team, I hope for a good result for them. But Tebsen looked like he might be able to steal the win from Ollie here, who seemed like he was going to get it last week. He didn't end up with it in the end. I think it was SSR Sparks. So yeah, we'll see. Quality is one thing, race is another, is a completely total different thing. And that's when you sometimes expose some drivers being on time trial setups. They're able to do one good lap but not do a good race. From my perspective, as long as we get a good race, I am happy. And we're lining up on the grid. We have 18 laps to do. So please, if anyone of the drivers is looking, remember the first corner is not the whole race. You can make moves after that. We just need to make sure to get a good view. And we do, as we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. It's a good start for the Force India in 5th. Nothing big happening in the first corner up front. It is a few drivers down. The order is going out on the AstroTurf. As it's TTG always challenging Tebsen into the second corner. He doesn't really get past, but he gets challenged by the Force India of SSR Oplu. And Oplu will be trying to go down the inside line past Ollie. Doesn't really look like he's getting the exit they wanted, but he might have gotten past, although Ollie is challenging him back in this left-hander. They're going side by side through these fast corners, and it is Ollie who ends up in second at the end of this lap. But the Force India is coming back in the second to last corner. They're going side by side. Ollie going wide as a just decent space there. And now the other Force India of SSR Racer is also challenging Ollie, as we get some horrendous views there. But look at this, can they make it 4 wide? I don't think it's space for that, as they are already 3 wide. We see a Mercedes and a McLaren trying to get in there too. Out of turn 2, we see that Ollie is still trying to get away from these Force Indias. He's behind SSR Oplu. Can he get past into this corner? He does not, but we did not get a good view of that, because the other Force India of SSR Racer actually went past Ollie. In the meantime, Tebsen is just running away with it. No one really close to him right now. But from second down to 10th we have drivers, down to 9th we have drivers separated by just tenths. And as they go on to lap 3, we still have everyone close together, and right now it looks like Ollie is and Ollie spins it in the first corner. He's made a bottle job out of it. But the Force Indias, they are still right behind each other. Next driver behind the Force Indias now is TTG Suarez. Can he pick up where Oli left it? Can he get past? As we see that there are starting to form some gaps. We can see that behind SSR Sparks, it's over a second down to TTG X Rapid. I have no idea when they're supposed to pit, but I don't think it's gonna be long before we see the first pit stops, as Force Indias doesn't seem to attack each other much at the moment. Just keeping the pace up. On the other hand, I do believe we will see the McLaren of TTG Suarez starting to attack both of the Force Indias right now. As we go on to the long straight after turn 1. Will we see any moves by the top runners right now? Suarez is going for the inside line on SSR Racer, and he makes it stick. Maybe they're going side by side on this next DRS straight. They both have DRS, but Suarez does have the inside line. SSR Racer, however, tries to get a better exit, but he still ends up behind TTG Suarez. He's now in third, but he's going for a move into the next left-hander. And we can see that the Force India of SSR Oplu started to create a gap between himself and the drivers behind, although now does look like it's stabilizing at around 5/10. So don't see many drivers passing each other at the moment, but we do see that SSR Racer is right behind TTG Suarez, and behind SSR Racer you have SSR Sparks too, so the SSR team is looking great at the moment. As SSR Racer might have went a little deep into the hairpin. I think he might have gotten a little front wing damage there, which is not good, as he has SSR Sparks right behind him, probably biting him nails to get past. And he does, I think SSR Racer actually let him pass there, or he might have front wing damage. It looks like it now. And even though Tebson got a gap at the first opening laps when the other guys were battling, that gap has been closed down to 8/10 by SSR Oplu now, and finally we will see that from the Tebson in the lead getting challenged too. It's not far down to Suarez behind either. As we see that the first guys have started who's pitting are pitting now, and it's lap 6, so that's probably about the right time. As we see that JME Morris is challenging TTG X Rapid and going, there we get a better view. X Rapid trying to go for the inside line. Might have been a little tap between him and Jamie Morris there, but he gets past. And that puts Jamie Morris under pressure by TTG Sean. But Rapid is not out of it yet. Jamie Morris is still right behind him. On the other hand, SSR Racer have pitted for the supers, so he's going to the end. As we see that, oh, that is a new entry to the pit lane by Jamie. As most of the top runners up to pit, except for SSR Oplu and TTG Sean. Of course, Sean is on the super soft tire, so he will not be looking for a pit stop until, I guess, lap 10, 11, around there. As we have yellows in the first sector. That might have been Oli, I believe. Looked like he was going slow. And right now there is a gap between everyone except for Rapid and Alan K. They're teammates, so let's keep it clean, lads. As it looks like Alan K is going wide to let Rapid know that go past here. Obviously you don't want to hold up your teammates, even though you do want to race. Now I see that we have SSR Racer next to Ollie going. Oh, and Ollie is off in the gravel. And this race is not turning out good for him. On the other hand, up in 5th and 6th we have TTG Suarez trying to catch up to Tabson and passing him. And it's only 7/10 separating them now, and SSR Oplu, who decided to stay out a bit longer than them, has come out 7/10 behind Suarez. Then we have Sparks behind there, 7/10 behind Oplu. And this battle is very much alive as we see TTG Suarez closing that gap a little now. Right now we do have TTG Sean in the lead on his supers ahead of SSR Cooper and Nexus Cats. I believe that when they pit they won't be close to the podium, as these guys are only about 10 seconds behind. But it looks like it's gonna be hard to pass Tabson, as he seems to get a good run off the last corner every time. We see that Suarez is close. He's 4/10 away from Tabson, but can he get closer though as they go on to the second DRS straight? There's only 3/10 separating Suarez and Tabson, and Suarez, will he go for a dive? He does not. I think he was tempted there, but he decided to not do it, as we see Nexus Cats almost looking like he's letting them go there. He might just struggle that much with his tires. So he's on 8-lap ultras, and yeah, that probably explains why. But look at this, he's coming. No, he's not coming back. He's going into the pit, actually. My bad. As we see, SSR Oakley gets a time penalty, but he gets past TTG Suarez though after on the home stretch. But can he keep his position going into turn 1? As we see Ollie going very slowly on the long straight there. I don't know if he spun it again or what he did, but you can see that Suarez is still trying to find his way up to the first step on the podium. But now we can see that SSR Opel is right behind Tabson, separated by 2/10 going into this fast left-right combination. The dirty air can really hurt you around here. And hello to you too, Blizzard. I know you'll be racing in the mini league or later tonight. And as we see that SSR Old Blue now just 2/10 behind Tabson going into the first corner. He decides to stay behind for this stretch, but he loses the back end out of turn 1. And that means TTG Suarez is up to, well, it's third, but it's most likely second. But can SSR Oakley get back at Suarez down to turn 3 again? So you see that none of them are doing a move right now. You can see further down though that Billy and SSR Phoenix are battling it out. Looks like it won't be a move made there right now. But look at this though, SSR Oakley right next to Suarez. They're going through the 2 last corners right now. It is Oakley ending up on top, but Suarez he can't really get past on the main straight, and he does get it back. Bad turn one, so he got to do it up to the second corner now. And we can see that SSR Cooper is trying to be defensive, but he can't really defend from SSR Oplu. As we see that TTG Suarez is the next driver to try to get around SSR Cooper. Cooper defending though, but on those old super soft tires, I don't think he can do it for much longer. He should be pitting in a lap or two. And we can see that the grip level is totally different as Suarez just swoops around him and after that fast left-hander. However, SSR Cooper might be able to come back, but it looks like he decided to go into the pit now. We can, however, see that SSR Oplu is yet again close to the back of Tebsen. He needs to be able to keep that back end after turn one though. Looks like he's losing it a bit. Oh, and Tebsen gets a 3-second time penalty. That could be crucial. And Opel goes by Tebsen into turn 2. And we can see that Suarez and Sparks are also switching positions. Really seems like SSR has a grip on it right now, as they have first, not second, but first, 4th, 5th, and 8th. But Tebsen isn't done with Oplu. He's trying to stay as close as he can. Only 5 laps left to go. Will be Oplu, will be Tebsen. Who knows, maybe Suarez, maybe Sparks, although it looks like Sparks has lost a little ground to Suarez. As we have yellows in sector 2 and 3, I don't know what that's about. Don't see anyone losing a lot of positions. But can Tebsen have a good run up to turn 2? He does not. Does, however, get close to damaging his front wing, and look at this, TTG Suarez is catching up to Tebsen again. It's a 3-way battle for the lead at the moment. As Mr. Lewis Marshall is kind of point out in the chat, TTG Suarez might not have penned. I'm not sure if Opel has penned though, but I do know that Tebsen has a pen, so at the moment I think it might be Opel, then Suarez, then Tebsen if this stands, but I'm not sure, so don't kill me if I'm wrong. My memory isn't the best one, you know, so well, I guess we'll wait and see, but right now it looks like Suarez is losing a little ground. Gap going a little upwards as Oli gets a penalty. He should be down in 16th though, so not the place where Oli wanted to be. I did not expect him to be that far down either, but he did have unluck by spinning once. And the top 3, not much happening there. The gaps are small, but nobody are really doing any moves right now. However, down in 9 and 10th, looks like we have some drivers also battling. As Nexus Cats goes for an extremely late dive bomb on SSR Phoenix there. We now have TTG Maze also involved in that battle. I think you should be careful here, Maze, because it looked like these guys might be a little too feisty for everyone's liking right now. Gap between the top 2 drivers still small, but nothing really happens there right now. But do see that Suarez might be close enough for a move down to turn 3 right now. He tries to go around the outside of Tebsen. Doesn't really get past there, but he might still have a good run at Tebsen in this left-hander. He gets a better exit. He tries to go side by side with Tebsen through this left-right as Tebsen get another time penalty, so he's definitely out of the battle for the win. Suarez, however, still can't get past him though. As we see that there is some battling further down through between the Ferrari of Nexus Jack and the Haas of Jamie Morris. Jamie braking later, keeping his position in 13th. Nexus Jack, however, he won't be giving up, I assure you that, but we do, however, have to go back to this battle between Suarez and Tebsen now, as Suarez has another good run at Tebsen. And he is passed as they meet traffic of the force. Oh, and Suarez went... Oh, that's Force India was actually Oplu, so I don't know what happened to him, but Suarez went deep, went in the gravel, and has now lost time to the both of them. However, if the time penalty rumors are true and Oplu also have time penalties, Suarez is still on for the win. They're going on to the last lap now as Oplu went wide in the last corner. Suarez is close behind him now. Can he get him on the front on the long straight? And Suarez gets a time penalty, so if Oplu has one now, he still needs to do it on track as he tries to go around Oplu's outside. And he tries to stick it around there. Oplu, however, pushing him a little bit wide, saying you're not getting past. Suarez, however, is still side by side with him with the DRS, going to try it around Oplu's outside in this right-hander. Still, he can't get past, and Oplu retains his second position at the moment. We do, however, know that Tebsen has 6 seconds of time penalties. I'm not sure what Oplu has, but one thing's for sure, Suarez will not let this go until they pass the finish line, as he's trying to go around his outside in the second to last corner. And we're now going on to the finish line. Tebsen will not get... Oh! And TTG Sean actually sits in first now. I have no idea where he come from, but it looks like we have TTG Sean, then SSR Oplu, Tebsen, TTG Suarez, SSR Sparks, SSR Racer, TTG X Rapid, TTG Maze, SSR Cooper, SSR Phoenix, Nexus Cats. Then Nexus Billy is the next one to pass the finish line in 12th. We then have Nexus Jack Fox and Alan K going at it until the finish line. It will, however, be Nexus Jack Fox, then TTG Alan K, and Billy has fallen down because of time penalties to 14th. We then have Ollie in 15th and Battle of Zelda in 16th. Shown out of the blue, yeah, for sure, Marshall. I have no idea how he ended in first, but apparently he did. Well, first of all, we gotta say congratulations to Sean then for getting the victory. I'm still baffled by how he got it. I swear to God I didn't see him in first before the finish line, but I have no idea who's actually the winner in this support cup right now, considering points awarded to the teams. Oh, and Suarez also had 6 seconds of time penalties in the end, so that I did not catch his second time penalty. Rapid, however, managed to get himself 12 seconds of time penalty. He's not the only one. I did see another guy who managed to get that much. That was probably Billy, yeah. Well, it is a short race, 25%, 18 laps around the Red Bull Ring. It was eventful though. A lot of battling, especially between the top runners. Car didn't want to turn. That's what I'm hearing from TTG X Rapid. I got to say, I do kind of regret a little right now that I didn't drive myself, but somebody had to do comms, and I'm always happy to do that too. So, but still, though, shame for Ollie. I know he wanted to perform better in this race. However, you can't always get what you want. That's not how it works. You gotta actually pull it off. And I'm not sure if there is anything more I want to add. Big thank you to TTG for hosting this event. It's always fun to watch these events, especially if you want to watch more. You got to remember that the main event starts in half an hour, as that is the mini league. I can't remember exactly which teams is there. I know VSR will be racing. I know TTG will obviously be racing. I think One Hub are racing. Far apart from that, I can't remember the two other teams. But still, make sure to watch that, as I'm sure you will have a lot of entertainment. Apart from that, I think I'm done for the day. With the commentary at least. So, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like. Hit that notification button so that you always get notified when the next race is. For now, good night, and thank you to everyone who's watched.